You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. You always thought that you were weak, but babe, you're wrong. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Think that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long.
Hi guys, welcome back. So today I'm gonna start by cleaning the bedroom really quick. The kitchen and the dining room are so messy right now. I got sick yesterday. I was just in bed all day, super nauseous. We had went to Top Golf, which was so much fun, but it was really, really hot. I was like drenched in sweat. But I had some nachos there, and then we came home and I slept for a little while. And then that evening, my in laws went and got some food here locally. I ate a little bit of that. I don't know what made me sick. I'm not going to say what made me sick, but something definitely got me. And I was just in bed all day yesterday. And I had planned on cleaning and all this stuff. I had this big day planned to get some deep cleaning done. So I could hurry up and start bringing my fall stuff in. That did not happen. I was just in bed. I slept most of the day. It was horrible, but I started feeling better around, I guess, 7 o'clock last night. So I got up, I showered, I washed my hair, I did all the things. I did some skincare, felt a lot better, got some good sleep last night. So now today I am up. I'm going to go ahead and clean the bedroom. I'm also going to go and clean out there and see if I can get some of that deep cleaning and decluttering done. We'll see what happens. We do have karate tonight, so I might have to stop and then do some more in the morning. But anyway, I'm going to try to get as much done today as I possibly can. So, like I said, we're just going to start here in the bedroom. I did just get the new sheets in yesterday. I got those all washed and put on the bed. I don't really love them, but I know I just have to wash them more and get them softer and all the things. I'm like that. I don't really like new stuff at first, and then eventually I'll wash it enough to where I make it soft enough to like it, but right now they just kind of feel like hotel sheets or something. I'm not really loving it. But anyway, I did go out in the barn yesterday and I got the fall stuff out. I'm so excited for that. I just have it put under the carport right now. I didn't want to bring the crates up to the porch or bring anything inside yet because we have been having issues with black widows out in the barn, so I definitely don't want to bring any of those in the house, but I'll probably start getting all that stuff done today, like just bringing some stuff in. I'll put it in a corner somewhere and then we'll go through it and I'll show y'all everything we have and what I plan to do with it. I was just showing y'all the medicine I was taking while I was nauseous. I was just so sick and I never get like that anymore. This morning I woke up again not feeling well. I am not sure. Well, I am kind of knowing what's going on. Um, I just have to be more strict on myself. I just have to understand that if I'm going to do things the way I want to do things, then I'm going to have to be very disciplined. And it's just so hard. It was not this hard when I first started. When I first cut off sugar and carbs completely, it was not this hard on me. For some reason, the second go around is just, it's so hard to get back into it. Um, but I know that that has a lot to do with it. I already have a compromised immune system, so I know that most of y'all know when you eat sugar, it affects your immune system right away. It brings it down. So I try to stay away from that as much as possible, carbs, junk food, all that stuff. But here lately, like I said, it's been a struggle for me and I have to change it. I know that The one thing about me is I am very, and my brother always says this. He always says, you don't ever do anything like half-assed. It's always like full force. Either you're 100% this way or you're 100% that way. And it's so true. And a lot of that has to do with, I do have a very, I don't know if the word's right, but I do get addicted to things very easily. So if I've learned to use that for the good. So whenever I am on my health kick, I make myself become addicted to it. I become addicted to getting up at a certain time, to working out every morning, to only drinking water. Like, I'm super hard on myself. I feel like some people have to be that way. I know there are some people who are just like, oh, everything in moderation. I don't need, I can balance it. I can't balance anything. I've never been very good at balancing. I have to, like I said, I have to be 100% one way or the other. I can't do both. I can't do both. I'm always going to choose like the bad stuff over the good stuff for me. So like the only way I can actually do it is if I just take the bad stuff out completely, like completely. And people say that they think that's harder. For me, it's not, because when I think of sugar, I think of a very hard substance, and I think a lot of people don't look at it that way. I look at it as something that is brutal for our bodies. I've seen what it does to our brains. I've seen what it does, like I said, to our immune system. Um, and I do think that like there are just some people who have to cut it completely off. There is no like, oh, I can have a little there and a little here, because you get that taste, and that taste in your mouth is what does it every time. It's going to make you want more. It's going to have you coming back. Like, that's why I have to get the taste out of my mouth completely and never taste anything sweet. Like, I was at the point where I wouldn't eat mints. I wouldn't eat any gum. I wasn't putting anything sweet in my mouth to get that flavor, because it will just stir it up and start the addiction over again. So I'm trying to get back to where it's just, but I know what I'm gonna have to do, and I think that's what's making it so hard for me, is that I know me, and I know I'm just going to have to give it up 100% and not taste anything sweet. And I know I can do it. It's gonna be hard the first few days. I'm trying to get caught up on my work, because it will put me down. It'll put me down for a few days where I'll just be in bed. I won't have any energy. You're going through withdrawals when you quit sugar. When you're getting sugar and toxins out of your body, it's a lot for your body. Um, when I did it the first time, I had like red bumps coming out of my face. They weren't it wasn't acne or anything. It was just the toxins coming out of my body. So I would wake up one morning and I'd have red bumps on my face, and then the very next day they would be gone. But it was just toxins coming out. There was a lot of weird stuff that would happen whenever I completely got all that stuff out of my body. But the best thing was I felt freaking amazing. I had never felt like that in my whole life. And it's super crazy that I let myself get back to where I'm just doing whatever I want. I swore that I wouldn't do that. And so I can see a difference in my mood. I can see a difference in how my body's functioning. Today, my knee almost gave out. I was just walking and it locked up on me, and that would never happen if I wasn't, if I was taking care of my body. So anyway, I'm gonna try to get back to it. I mean, I can't not do it. I have to do it. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna clean out here. So the other day after we went to Top Golf, we went by Sam's Club and got some things. So I need to stock up the toilet paper and the paper towels. I need to put all that stuff away. We got a ton of water over here, which is good, because like I said, if I'm gonna go full force, then I'm gonna be drinking a ton of water here in just a bit. And that's another thing though too, like I'm not one of those people who go by macros. I don't count calories. I don't worry about how much water I drink during the day. I kind of treat myself like an animal. Like you know how dogs, whenever they're thirsty, they just go get a drink of water. That's how I do it. I'm not gonna force myself to drink a gallon of water a day or anything like that. I drink when I'm thirsty. I eat when I'm hungry. And then when I cut sugar and carbs out, bad carbs out, my hormones are regulated to where I can actually get the right signals from my brain. So if my brain says I'm hungry, I'm actually hungry. I'm not just having a craving, or I'm not, like, my body actually tells me what to do and when to do it when I'm doing the right things with it. So I've never been one to count calories and stuff like that, like I said, and I'm not going to sit there and force myself to drink water if I'm not thirsty. That I don't see how that's it has to be natural for me. For me to believe it, it has to come natural. It has to be natural and all the things. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I've just been really, really struggling with it, and I'm just ready to get back to where I was, and hopefully y'all can like send some prayers over here so that way I have the strength, because it's been really rough.
So baby, stay with me. Living for the highlights, living for our dreams. When we touch, I forget how we end in that rush. Nothing fake or pretend, it's a blush. You and I, you and I, you and I, you and
I was so happy too. My husband remembered to grab some more paper plates when we were at Sam's Club. I know it's like frowned upon or whatever to use paper plates, but man, y'all, with this dishwasher being broken, I will take paper plates any day of the week. That way I only have to really wash bowls and cups and all the things. I have a feeling that my teenager cleaned the room, and this is where all these plates came from. I'm not making any accusations though. I'm just assuming that's what happened here because there was no way we went through that many plates in a day. But like I said, I was down, I was out, and usually the house does kind of fall apart. I do clean a lot. I don't really put that on anybody else. The kids do have to clean their rooms. That's why whenever I do the titles now, I still put whole house clean, even though sometimes I don't clean the boys' room. And that's because, like, we're trying to get them to clean their room more. And so I don't go in there and clean it as much unless I'm doing like a deep clean. I'm changing the sheets or, stuff like that, or, chemicals are needed. Then I won't make them do that stuff. But just tidying up in there and just making their beds every day and stuff like that, we've been making them do that. So the older they get, the more they have to do that for themselves. But I am still I love what I do. I love my home. I have always loved cleaning. It's like a therapy for me. And I've talked to y'all about that before. I just kind of get in my own world and I'm just cleaning. Most of the time I'm not even listening to anything. I'm just in my own head. I think it's really good for us to have that silence sometimes. I did get back on Instagram, Facebook and all that stuff. I'm not really using it yet, but I do have it back on my phone. I'm over here like contemplating uh actually doing it. The one thing about me is like I have a problem too with consuming social media instead of like creating. So what I'm trying to do is I'm going to start creating more stuff for those apps, but I'm not going to be over there a lot. I'm not going to be scrolling in there a lot. I know I do have some messages in my inbox on my Instagram that I have not gotten to yet. It does get a little overwhelming sometimes because I have a lot of people messaging me, and it's a lot. I don't even have a ton of friends. We've talked about this. It's a lot to have a bunch of social interactions for me. It's a lot. It's just a lot. Yeah, I don't know how else to explain it. The more followers I get, the harder it gets to have conversations with everyone. And then also, like, I want, especially the ladies, I think y'all can understand this the most. I have no idea who you are. I know it feels like you know me because you see me all the time and I'm the one talking, and I'm telling you my life story over here. I When I get messages and stuff like that, I'm a little standoffish because I don't know what's real and what's not real. You could tell me that you're a grandma from some other state, and this and that. I have no idea. You could be something totally different, and so I have to be very careful. I have to be very mindful of who I am building a relationship with, because you never know when you do social media. You have to be so careful. That's why I don't put my kids in videos. I don't like my kids being on social media very much. um I'm just very protective like that. But like I said, like, I would love to be able to talk to everybody and trust everybody, but it is a very, very cruel world, and I'm very standoffish because, like I said, I have no idea who's on the other side of that. And these days, it's so easy to make all these fake profiles and make them look so real. And it's, some people, that's what they do. They spend their day doing stuff like that. So it's very, very difficult for me to just have a conversation with somebody in messages because, like I said, I don't know, that it could be anyone that I'm talking to. I am using some Murphy oil soap mixed with water to clean the table. I get so many compliments on this table. We love it too. My in-laws gave it to us a while back, and it's a gorgeous table. I cannot wait to decorate for fall and just put something on there. I don't know what I'm going to do with everything yet. I I love decorating, but at the same time, it does take me a while because it's just deciding on where to put everything. And every year I try to make it a little different. So we'll see what happens.
I know it's stupid, but give me a moment. Chasing all the starlight, chasing what feels right. So baby, hold on tight. We're living for the highlights, like it's our life.
So I hope that y'all are enjoying this so far. I am like so angsty. I'm ready to go get my fall stuff put in the house. I don't know if I'm gonna decorate today. I think I still need to do some more cleaning. I'm just like that. I want like everything to be super clean when I start bringing stuff in. But I'm hoping to have that video up on Sunday for y'all. Just the whole like cleaning and decorating for fall. I don't know how well it will do. A lot of times when I do anything other than cleaning, it's just not going to do well. But I am thinking I am just going to go ahead and put everything on this channel. So we'll see what happens. I know a lot of people will make just a new channel, but I'm just going to transition. I don't really want to make another channel. So what I'm going to do is just transition this into more of like different videos throughout the week. So there will always be some cleaning, but I'm going to add in other stuff, just talking more to y'all and doing, like maybe getting ready and things like that, little projects, decorating, all those things, instead of like having two separate channels, because I just think that's going to be too much for me to handle for one thing. And I would rather do it this way. So we're just going to do a little bit of a transition. But like I said, at least once a week, we will have like a whole house clean. But sometimes it's just going to be more of a chill, laid back kind of video. And I know there's a lot of you that will just come to visit, just come to watch and, show support. So yeah, I'm just going to start doing that more throughout the week. But I'm just using some pine saw mixed with water to clean the floors really quick. I just wanted everything out here to be really clean on this day. And then the next day, we're going to go ahead and I needed to clean the pantry, and I had just kind of thrown everything in there when I was cleaning. So as y'all know, I usually stop around 4 or 5 when I'm cleaning the house like this, and I'll go take a shower, especially if I have to go anywhere. I never go anywhere without taking a shower first. I'm just like that. I don't know if y'all are like that, but I've always been that way, especially if I've been cleaning a lot or, especially cleaning the bathrooms. I just feel so weird going anywhere whenever I haven't showered. And then I am, like my friend was telling me yesterday, because I've been a little grouchy. I don't know if it's because, it's probably a lot to do with my health and the food I've been eating, but she was like, I think we all just need a cold front already. And I think she's right. I think a cold front will put everyone in the best mood.
The gods I found you, yeah, proof. Those who wait never. I've been hungry for affection, baby. Best believe that you got my attention, baby. Now I see you there in my reflection. You're a part of me, an SMP. Hide and seek till I found you. Oh, I found you. Oh, I found you. Yeah. Hide and seek till I found you. Oh, I found you. Oh, I found you. Say that you won't hide away.
So while we were at karate last night, we went to the store and I got a couple of things. I got some Gain Ultra Oxy, and then I also got some Gain fabric sheets, some dryer sheets, and then I also got these refills for the toilet wand. And then I also had to pick up some more of this heavy duty power wash. It is so, so good for cleaning. And then I also just got some all-purpose cleaner. And then I also picked up a candle. I usually don't buy candles, but this one smells so, so good. It's sweet pumpkin spice. It's from HEB. But like even just taking the top off of that candle smells so, so good. So that was just a little haul of cleaning supplies. I also had gotten a couple of groceries, but yeah, it was super expensive. Everything's always so expensive. I can come out with like 5 bags and it's over 120 bucks. I do it every single time. That's why I think a lot of times my husband would just rather go in, because I'll go in and see other things like the candle and I'll grab that and it'll just add to it. But if I just send him a list, he will only get the things on the list. I will not only get the things on the list. I will do a little browsing. And like I said, I'll buy a candle, or I'm going to buy something to make the house smell good. I do it every time. I'm going to go ahead and stock up the toilet paper and paper towels up here. I'm just going to tidy back here a little bit. It was getting a little rough. I had stuff everywhere, so I'm just gonna organize it and declutter it a little bit and get everything situated again. It does make a huge difference. Like, this room is just a catch-all. I throw everything back here. It's out of sight, out of mind. But it does make a big difference whenever I do come back here and just take some time to tidy it up. It makes me want to come back here more, and it just, I don't know, there's just something about having everything clean in the house. It makes a big difference.
I will make you my flame. I've been hungry for affection, baby. Best believe that you got my attention, baby. Now I see you're there in my reflection. You're a part of me, the missing piece. Yeah. Hide and seek till I find you. Find you. Find you. Yeah. Hide and seek till I find you. Find you. Find you. Hide and seek till I found you, my love. You and me will be
So speaking of catch-all, I am really bad about this area over here. I will just throw stuff back here when I'm cleaning, when I'm in a rush. I'll just throw things back here on these shelves. I do keep a lot of the candle making stuff over here. I keep our paints over here. Just stuff that can't be in the barn. It gets too hot out there or too cold, so the paints don't do well out there. And then, of course, the candle stuff needs to be in certain temperatures. So I have to keep all that stuff stored inside the house. Um, I need to go get like containers for it, I guess. I really want to start making candles again, and y'all are really interested in seeing that. I do need to order some more wax. I have a little bit of wax here, but we want to order the bees wax. It's just a little healthier as far as burning in the house, so we'll probably do that soon, because like I said, y'all have been wanting to see some candles made. It is a whole science behind it. My husband's a little better at the whole, putting the concoction together because you have to do a lot of measuring, and it's very, very like precise. You don't want to put a lot of oil, because like, candles are pretty scary. They can start fires. I'm just very, very particular about it, and you have to be so, so safe. I prefer wax melts. I think I was telling y'all that last time. I think I would prefer to make wax melts, so that way I don't have to worry so much about a flame on, the oils and the wax that I make, because like I said, it is a science and it is scary. Um, You can't just start selling candles. Like, I did a lot of research into that whole thing, and it's really cool, and it will always be a good business to get into. But like I said, you have to really, really practice that craft and get it down and know exactly what you're doing, because you can really hurt someone, and it's just very scary to me. So I want to make sure that before I start selling anything, that I know exactly what I'm doing.
With you, I feel like breaking rules. On the edge, looking out with no parachute. You know I'm dreaming about us two, playing around without a clue. On the edge, leaning out. With us, it's all or nothing. Ooh, but guess I need more of you. With us, it's all or nothing. But guess I need more of you. You say it during night, but in the morning you just leave. With us, it's all or nothing. Ooh, but guess I need more of you. With us, it's all or nothing. But guess I need more of you. You say it during night, but in the morning you just leave. Had to convince my friends this time. Think you're toxic to my mind, but I know they don't know what you're all about. The way you hold my body tight, staying up talking through the night. Yeah, I know they just don't. With us, it's all or nothing.
So that's going to be about it for today's video, guys. I'm going to go ahead and show y'all all the before and afters. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I hope it got you motivated. Don't forget to stop by Sunday. I hope we'll be putting out the fall decor. I love you all so much. Take care of each other. Bye, guys.